In the early morning hours of Wednesday, August 18th, 2021, crews from Station 8 were dispatched to a residence in Gaithersburg for the report of a cardiac arrest. The patient's family states they heard the patient fall out of bed and found him lying on the floor, pulseless and apneic. Family members immediately called 911 for assistance, and answering the call for help was Christian Hall. The crew from ambulance 708 Charlie was the first to arrive on the scene. They quickly assessed the patient and found him to still be in cardiac arrest. They assumed chest compressions from the family and placed an AED on the patient. A shock was advised, so the crew defibrillated the patient, and at this time, crews from Chase Car 8 and Paramedic Tower 708 arrived on the scene, and the crews worked together to continue chest compressions and begin to assist patient ventilations with a bag-bout mask. Firefighter Paramedic Cook and Master Firefighter Paramedic Shadle placed the patient on a cardiac monitor, and the initial rhythm was found to be ventricular fibrillation. The patient was defibrillated at 200 joules. High-performance CPR was resumed. An IO was established and epinephrine was administered. Crews worked together to place an oropharyngeal airway and continue ventilations. At the second pulse check, the patient was still in VFib and was defibrillated a second time at 300 joules, and another dose of epi was administered. At the third pulse check, the patient had return of spontaneous circulation with carotid pulses present, a stable blood pressure, and an end tidal reading in the 30s. A 12-lead EKG was obtained. The patient was found to be tachycardic with a wide, irregular rhythm, which soon transitioned into VTAC with a pulse. Paramedic Cook quickly charged the monitor and performed a synchronized cardioversion, and the patient converted into a normal sinus rhythm following the cardioversion. The crews worked together to package the patient for transport and move to the EMS unit. En route to the hospital, an IV was established. A second 12-lead was performed, showing an anterior septal MI. A medical consult was performed via EMRC, and Shady Grove was notified of the incoming STEMI. During the transport, the patient began to take spontaneous respirations. Upon arrival at Shady Grove, patient care was transferred to the emergency department staff. The patient was stabilized and taken to the cath lab, where he had a stent placed in his left anterior descending artery. Without complications, the patient was monitored in the ICU, and his condition continued to improve. The chain of survival is integral to maximize the patient's chance of survival in sudden cardiac arrest. Today, we recognize the family for early activation of 911, the calm and clear instructions from the call taker, Mr. Hall, and the teamwork skills and knowledge of the crews on the scene, as well as the incredible staff at Shady Grove Adventist Hospital. Thanks to everyone involved, the patient was discharged home neurologically intact on August 25th, 2021, and is doing well.